Welcome to the Travel Podcast by ExcursionPass. I am so excited for today's deep dive.
Oh, me too. This is a really big one.
It really is. Today, our mission is to pull apart all the details of the Sagrada Familia Skip the Line tour with a certified guide.
Right, because, this specific site is notoriously overwhelming.
Totally. And our goal on this show is always to anticipate your objections, your doubts, and really paint a vivid picture for you. We want to share every single detail so it feels like you're literally walking the streets of Barcelona right now.
Yeah, exactly. We've dug into the logistics, the reviews, the history, everything, really, to figure out what this experience actually feels like on the ground.
Because, look, I know what you're probably thinking. You see a ticket for 76 euros, which is about 62 bucks.
Right.
And your immediate reaction is probably, I hate crowded tourist traps.
I can just read a Wikipedia article about a church for free.
Exactly. Like, is this guided tour actually worth my time and money?
Which is a completely fair pushback.
Yeah.
But the short answer is, this isn't just a boring walk through an old building.
Not at all.
It's about decoding an unfinished masterpiece. The tour really treats the basilica as a story, not just, a quick photo stop.
So true. So let's just set the scene right away.
Let's do it.
Picture this. You step out onto Carrer de Mallorca, number 418. It is the absolute dead center of a Barcelona summer.
Oh yeah, that Mediterranean heat.
It is sweltering. The humidity is instantly clinging to you, and you are immediately swallowed up by a sea of thousands of tourists.
Pure chaos outside.
Just chaos. And your instructions explicitly say to arrive 15 minutes early, right? And you are frantically scanning the plaza for a souvenir shop called Ringles.
Because that's the meeting point.
Yeah.
And you're basically looking for a guide holding a golden tour guide sign.
Or, which I find hilarious from the reviews, a brightly colored purple umbrella.
Yeah, just bobbing above the massive crowd.
Right. But, okay, let's address the first big objection we always see. The ticket literally says, skip the line.
It does.
But then you read the reviews, and people are complaining about waiting in the heat. So did we get scammed? Is this just clever marketing?
Well, no, but you really have to read the fine print here. You do skip the ticket line.
Which is huge, right?
Oh, massive.
Yeah.
During peak summer or, Easter or Christmas, the line just to buy a physical ticket can eat up hours of your day.
Just wrapping around the block.
Exactly. So you bypass that completely. But what you absolutely do not skip, what nobody gets to skip, is the security checkpoint.
Ah, the metal detectors.
Right. The Sagrada Familia is a global icon, so they run an airport-level security operation. You should anticipate a 20 to 30-minute wait just to clear security.
Wow. So patience is definitely a virtue here.
Especially at a Catholic church.
Huh. True. And speaking of church rules, we have to talk about the dress code.
Oh, do not mess around with the dress code.
It is so strict. Like, you are in Barcelona, the local culture is super relaxed, the beach is right there.
Right. Everyone's in vacation mode.
But if you stroll up to that security checkpoint in your beachwear, you are getting denied at the door.
They enforce it ruthlessly.
No tank tops, no strapless shirts, no short shorts. But the one that really caught me off guard, no sandals.
Yeah, that one always trips people up.
Like, it's a Mediterranean climate. Why ban sandals?
Well, it really comes down to the space itself. It's an actively consecrated minor basilica.
Right.
So the Catholic Church enforces modesty rules, but also it's a safety thing. You've got thousands of people walking on uneven stone surfaces. They don't want people tripping in flip-flops.
Okay, that actually makes practical sense. But my absolute favorite rule from the fine print is the ban on festive clothing.
Oh yeah, they spell that out very clearly.
They really want to stop those bachelor and bachelorette parties and matching neon shirts from turning the nave into a pub crawl.
Exactly. If you show up in a costume, you are turned away.
And you have to bring a physical ID to prove your age, too. Or no entry and no refund.
They treat the space with supreme seriousness. Because, honestly, the architecture is incredibly serious.
It really is. So, okay, you survive the crowds, you get through the metal detectors, your outfit is approved.
Right.
The tour begins. And the sources point out this profound architectural contrast the second you step up to the building.
It's a tale of two worlds, really. The outside versus the inside.
Let's talk about the outside first. Because looking at the photos, it feels so heavy.
It does. It's dense.
It's just densely packed with these intricate stone carvings and biblical scenes.
Well, there's this fantastic quote from a reviewer. Their username was Explorer 659-827-30385.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Doesn't it? But they noted that their guide explained how on the outside you were supposed to think and reflect.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Gaudi designed the facades to be this heavy, complex stone Bible. It's supposed to make you intellectually work to decode the imagery.
Which is exactly why you need a guide, right? If I'm standing there alone, I'm just staring at a chaotic wall of rocks.
Exactly. You just snap a picture and move on. But the guide breaks down the visual vocabulary.
But then you step through the massive bronze doors to go inside.
And everything changes.
The mood completely shatters. Instead of this dark, heavy Gothic church, it feels like you've just walked into a vibrant forest.
A weightless forest of columns.
Yes. The columns literally lean and branch out at the top like trees, and the stained glass just bathes the entire place in color.
And going back to that reviewer, they said that if the outside is for thinking, the inside is where you are supposed to focus on how it makes you feel.
That is so powerful. But okay, I have a logistical doubt here.
Sure. What is it?
We're talking about this intimate, feeling-based experience, but you're in a massive echoing church with thousands of other noisy tourists. Am I just going to be like straining to hear my guide the whole time? Doesn't that ruin the vibe?
It totally would. But the tour includes individual audio headsets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's honestly the key to the whole thing. It creates this localized acoustic bubble for you.
So you don't have to be shoulder to shoulder with the guide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can wander off a bit, look up at the light, take in the colors, and you still hear your guide perfectly in your ear.
That is a game changer. And honestly, it brings us to the real secret sauce of this whole experience. The guides themselves.
Oh, a 90-minute tour lives or dies by the guide.
100%. And looking through the reviews, we found some amazing stories about what you can expect from these experts.
Like Ina.
Yes, Ina. She's actually a teacher, and it really showed. One reviewer mentioned she brought laminated historical photos with her.
I love that detail.
Right. To physically show the group what the site looked like decades ago. And she brought stickers for the kids in the group.
And she made sure everyone stayed in the shade during the wait outside.
Just that basic human care. And then there was Texel.
Ah, Texel is great. She's a Catalan native, but more importantly, she's an architect.
Imagine having an actual architect explain Gaudi's creative process to you while you're standing in the building.
It changes everything. She can deeply explain the structural vocabulary and the stress loads in a way a generic guide just couldn't.
Totally. But, okay, speaking of planning your tour, we have to warn everybody about the golden hour hoax.
Oh my gosh, yes. This is such a practical tip.
So, reviewer Even Willie pointed this out. The provider offers these evening tour options, right?
Right.
And you immediately think, oh, I'll book the golden hour. The lighting will be stunning.
Because the church is undeniably beautiful when it's all lit up.
Sure. But Even Willie warned that in the peak of a Barcelona summer, the golden hour is kind of a myth.
Yeah, it stays blazing bright outside all day long.
Literally until like 9:30 at night. So if you book a 7:30 p.m. tour in July expecting moody sunset lighting, you are walking into harsh daylight.
It's such a good reality check. Check your sunset times, people.
Seriously. Okay, another huge question we have to tackle. I know everyone is wondering this.
The towers.
The towers. Do we get to go up in the towers and see the view of Barcelona on this tour?
I'll be blunt.
No. Wait, really? I'm paying 76 euros and I don't go up.
You do not go up. The Q&A section from past travelers like Mariam and De Guths makes it extremely clear.
So why is it excluded?
It's purely logistical. The towers are incredibly narrow, and you have to use these tiny, dedicated elevators and tight spiral staircases.
Ah, so they just can't fit the guided groups up there.
Exactly. It would bottleneck the entire site. If you want to go up the towers, you have to book a completely different package with a highly restricted, timed entry slot.
So this skip the line tour is purely focused on the ground level narrative.
Right. The facades, the nave, and the broader campus.
And honestly, the broader campus is where I think the real hidden value of this tour is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you just go alone, you look at the ceiling, take a picture, and leave.
Right.
You completely miss the museum and the Sagrada Familia School.
Most tourists just walk right past.
Right. But the museum is like seeing the director's cut of a movie. It houses Gaudi's original plaster models and his design sketches.
It really connects the visitor to the relationship between the faith and the rigorous engineering.
Okay, we have to mention the string models.
Yes. The string models are brilliant.
Because, we talked about that crazy branching forest ceiling. How do you design that without a computer?
Well, Gaudi used hanging strings. He would set up a board, hang hundreds of strings from it, and then attach little canvas bags of birdshot to them as weights.
Just tiny little weights.
Right. And gravity naturally pulls those strings into perfect stress-free curves.
And then he put a mirror on the floor underneath it all.
Exactly. When you look in the mirror, the upside-down hanging strings reflect as upright, load-bearing arches.
It is just pure genius, and the museum shows you all of this.
It grounds everything. And then the tour takes you to the Sagrada Familia School, which is a small brick building right on the site.
Which I found so surprising. Why build a school at a basilica construction site?
Because Gaudi didn't just build a monument, he was building an ecosystem. He built the school for the children of the construction workers.
Because he knew the project was going to take generations, right?
Exactly. He knew he'd never finish it in his lifetime. So he was actively thinking about the community around the worksite, caring for the families who are dedicating their lives to his vision.
It just adds this incredible layer of empathy to the whole experience.
Yeah, it really does.
So, okay, you've done the facades, the nave, the museum, the school, the 90 minutes are up. Am I immediately kicked out to make room for the next group?
Thankfully, no. A reviewer named Denise M. confirmed this. Once the official tour concludes and you hand back your headset, you can linger in the basilica for as long as you want.
Oh, that is so necessary.
You absolutely need that time.
Yeah, you get the intense download of history from the guide, but then you just need to sit on a queue, look at the stained glass, and process it all on your own.
It's the perfect balance.
So to wrap this deep dive up, booking through ExcursionPass for this guided experience, it takes an overwhelming, crowded landmark, and it transforms it into a structured, intimate story.
It's the difference between just snapping a photo and truly understanding an architectural icon.
Completely agree. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to the Travel Podcast by ExcursionPass today. We hope you feel a little more prepared to navigate the crowds and the history of Barcelona.
Yes, thank you for listening. And, before you take off your headphones, we want to leave you with a final thought to mull over.
Always my favorite part.
So, Antoni Gaudi knew with absolute certainty that he would never live to see the Sagrada Familia finished. Yet he dedicated his entire life to it. He even built a school for the families of the workers who would carry on his legacy.
It's incredible dedication.
It really is. So what is a masterpiece or a project in your own life that you are building today, knowing it might only truly benefit the people who come after you?